I think the next actual composite function we had was cosine of 1 over x squared plus 1, right? So we want to get the derivative, we want to get f prime. So we're going to take the derivative of the outer function. Well, the outer function here is what? Cosine x. Its derivative would be negative sine x. So we're going to do negative sine of the inner function, and the inner function is just the fraction, right? We don't technically need parentheses around here because the fraction bar does the same as parentheses does. It also, fraction bar is so useful, it divides and it groups. It's like an all-in-one thing. And if you order now, you'll get a second fraction bar for only $7.99. Plus $99.99 shipping. What? Was that last part? Oh, but don't forget the chain. Well, here's the catch. This thing being a fraction.
Negative 1x.
Oh, bottoms up.
Yeah, I gotta use quotient rule to get the derivative of a quotient. So let's chain on the derivative of 1 over x squared plus 1, which is a quotient. Let's use quotient. Bring the bottom to the top. That's how it starts. Bottom's up, right? X squared plus 1 comes to the top. And mercy me, what happens next?
Mercy me.
I just really like to emphasize this, the chain step. But you're right, I wouldn't. Yes, the derivative of the top is 0, which is nice because that'll make our work a little easier. Minus the top, 1, whatever, I'll put it in. Times the derivative of the bottom, which is what? 2x. Yep, the bottom gets squared. Let's clean this up just a little bit here. How about this? That's gone, right? You've just got a negative 2x, and here you've got a negative out front. So ultimately, don't we just have a positive coefficient? So I could just call this 2x over x squared plus 1 squared times sine of all this other stuff. Yeah. Got room in your heart for one more?
No, that was the last bit of it.
We'll have to make room. I do have a room extractor. It's a painful process. There is a 6 to 8 week recovery time.
Does that mean I get a circle?
I'm not sure. G of x is cosine of sine x. And we wanted to find g prime. This is indeed a composite function. It's not a product. It's not cosine times. It's cosine of something. So it's actually a composite. We already identified the outer function as cosine x. So we're going to do O prime, which would be negative sine. And then we'll plug in the inner function, which is sine x. Times derivative of the inner function would be cosine x. And there really isn't any way to clean this up if we wanted to. So there you have it. So a big thing that people have trouble with is just identifying the difference between composites and products, especially with trig, because I think a lot of times teachers will let you get away with doing this, right, instead of this. So if you're kind of in the habit of not including your angle, you might want to start at least asking yourself what's really going on here, because there's a big difference between cosine of something and cosine theta times something else. Just, it'll help you determine if you're actually doing a composite or a product. Try not to go too fast and miss those things. That said, we've got our next assignment.
Get it free.